Okay, so it's been a very long time since I've been on this channel, but I honestly kind of forgot about it. So I was gonna do a tutorial on how I made my Sal mask, which is this one. It's a little, I mean, I was proud of it for when I made it at the time, but just like the last time I uploaded, it's fairly old, so I was gonna make a new one. Kind of show you how I did it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take these things off, and now I'm gonna trim down the absolutely ginormous forehead on this thing. Okay, so I'm back and I trimmed down the jaw and the side of the face portion a little more. The nose. So my thought was just like cut down this entire section just completely out and resculpt it with clay. Okay, so I finally carved it out. It took a very long time. I would recommend trying to find a thinner mask if you can find one, because this was not as easy to cut as my other one, but I got through it. I put a little mouth hole thingy. Right, so now you're gonna want to build the base of what you're gonna put the clay on with hot glue. I did that with my other one. It's still pretty light. It didn't make it super heavy, but I built up like the chin area, some parts around the nose, like the eyebrows. Okay, so now that you've used hot glue to build up the high points of the face, and fix the nose, after you do that, you're gonna go in with Model Magic. I suggest using Model Magic. You can use any sort of like more flexible clay, because this is gonna be like on your face, and it's, yeah. So I wouldn't suggest using something like plaster or earth clay. So I just got white. You can pretty much use whatever color you want because you're gonna paint it anyway. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so I finally finished the molding on it. That's what it looks like. And if you get any like cracks in your Model Magic, just like wet it down really like a lot and just kind of rub it in, and they should disappear. I mean, there's a little small one, but that'll get covered up when we paint it, so. Okay, so I finished painting it white, and I carved out where the break is. You can see it on this one, but in his actual mask. An easy way to do this is just going back and forth with like a safety pin or a box cutter or scissors, even like the end of a pencil works well. And this is the paint I'm going to use for the broken part. Okay, so with this done, I'm going to do the shadows on the white part. Okay, ignore my dog barking, but for this part, I thought it'd be easier to just like show you. I'm gonna take like this is kind of an old beat up brush, I guess, and just kind of like go back over the edge where the black went over on the white side, and then do the same thing for the other color. Okay, so for these, I'm going to use, well, I'm gonna put a strip around the entire thing. I'll show you that later, but for right now, while I figure out what step I want to do next on this, you're gonna need 4 of these, 1 for each place like the straps connect. So I'm just gonna paint them black so they're like, they don't look like foam anymore, and seal them with the glossy Mod Podge. And for these, they're gonna be like little bolts. There's gonna be 1 in each corner for each of these. I'm using little earring, like flat earring backs. You can just get creative. I'm just gonna stop them through, like super glue it, hot glue it, whatever, glue it in some kind of way, and then trim it off. And this is what the thing should look like now. I need to do a better coat because it came out really chunky, but I just kind of pushed the things in and use a little bit of glue and like snap, like where did it go? Use these to like trim it down, and that's gonna go over where the straps connect later when we put them on. I realized that these are supposed to be like a brown coppery color, and I kind of fucked it up, so you know, I'm gonna go paint over those. I'll show you how I did like the distress technique. You probably know by now, it's the same technique I've been using, but you know, just in case. Okay, I'm really tired and I've spent like a week on this video, but I just kind of cut like one of those cheap foam sheets from the craft store. They're like 99 cents or something. I'm already fucking knocking things over. I cut like, I don't know, is that like a centimeter? Like a centimeter, an inch, whatever. And kind of just glued it. I glued it more on the jaw part because I thought it looked too wide. If you were to just, I don't know. I glued it over the edge to like cover it up, and right here. Now I'm gonna paint it with silver paint and do like the grooves in it. I was just gonna come on here real quick and show you how I did the lines. You can use like scissors or a pin, again, doesn't really matter. This is why I wasn't too worried about seams in the first place, but you just kind of, yeah. And I'm gonna go in with like black paint, like, you know, make it dirtier. Okay, a quick update. I moved my filming setup to over here, but so I went ahead and sealed it. This is with the matte Mod Podge and this one's with the shiny one. It doesn't create as big of a difference as I wish it would, but you know, it's done. And this, for these, usually you'd pick ones. These are from a really old bag. This is the, I don't know, ribbon I'm using for it. So I kind of just, you know, you can use hot glue. You probably should use hot glue. I'm using super glue. You could also sew it. Just kind of glued it around this part, and I glued the edges down. And because I'm gluing it to the inside of the mask, I folded it backwards, so this part won't jab into the side of your face. I just used the measurements from my old mask to do the measurements for this one, like the old straps. If you really don't want to bother measuring or don't really have anything to measure with, just make them longer than you think you do because they are adjustable anyways. Now I am just going to put a layer of shiny Mod Podge around this metal part. So now I've basically just taken a really watered down black paint, and I'm just kind of gonna and take a tissue and just kind of wipe it off. Okay, so I kind of did that around the split in the mask and around the edge, the eyes, the nose, and like the mouth kind of area. I also did the same thing. I don't know why the flash is on, but I did the same thing to these. I just kind of put it all over and then dabbed it up, like, you know. Can you tell I've been too lazy to set up my filming thingy? Now what you're gonna want to do is like hold it up to your face and measure where your ears are. Oh my god, I finally turned my filming setup back on. Did I put the piece of paper to cover up my glass table? No, I didn't. But I glued on this. This is what it looks like. I'll do better shots of it at the end. Now I'm gonna do the tape. I'm gonna color it like yellowish. Just make sure that any markers you use on this, they are alcohol based. Now you're gonna want to cut out a piece. I think he has 2 pieces on the top and 2 pieces, or 1 piece on the bottom. So yeah, you're literally done now.